Oh, what's going on, everybody?
Hello!
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney 2 when we left off. The Theater of Logic and Reason has returned with Mr. Sherlock.
Well, you just morphed into him, didn't you?
Yes, we've got the dead actor guy. Dead actor. He hasn't stood up yet. I mean, hopefully he'll stand up. If not, we have a problem on our hands. But SOUSEKI was getting her up because we, called out the fact that he was here last night when all this went down, apparently. So explain yourself.
What is it?
It's that lock on the door. You said it yourself. SOUSEKI is shaking so much. He is in a pretty tight spot right now.
Oh, that's your problem? You could have easily forged a duplicate key.
What?
You two are essentially flatmates. I'm sure you could have found the chance.
By the way,
That's the wrong phrase there, my friend. Brush on your English. Brush upon your English.
you're welcome to try and change the subject, Mr. Mustache, but it won't do much for you.
Oh boy.
Damn you, the Sherlock Holmes!
I love how he calls him that.
He's beginning to make us sound like Mr. Holmes is some longtime rival of his.
Yeah.
It's only a short-time rivalry.
Short.
That's enough of that. There's a police coach waiting outside. Now get moving.
Since he lost to Naruto, I never thought it would come to this again. But I must ask for your aid once more, as I am an innocent and Paris might snow, I tell you. Of course, SOUSEKI. I'll pop by the jail later to see you. And also... Yes? My precious kitten. But make sure my kitten is fed.
Oh yeah.
Of course. And so, it became clear that the evil spirit haunting SOUSEKI Natsume had yet to be exorcised. And he was once again arrested as the prime suspect of a case. It was all thanks to Mr. Holmes' cruel deductions.
He's like, you're welcome.
Hey, you're the one that made me do it?
He's not wrong.
Yeah. And I fixed the deductions. Well, Inspector Greggs isn't here to stop us anymore. How about we investigate the crime scene while we have the chance?
Good idea. Oh, and one more thing.
Huh? What is it?
You remember what the inspector said earlier, don't you? One of the first to discover the scene was the landlord, John Garadeb.
The landlord, huh?
I think we should take a trip up to his room on the 3rd floor at some point.
Got it. We can go have a chat with him later, then, I guess. Since his wife's in jail, I'm sure he's happy to see us. Okay. The play that you're putting on, apparently.
This looks like a handmade stage.
He must have spent his nights performing Shakespeare to an empty room.
If you're aiming for the big stage, you can't slack on practice. Naruhodo, why don't we make you a little defense bench in the attic?
What?
Then we can rehearse every single day. You can practice how to slap it and stuff.
If you wear a fake beard and play the judge for me, I'll think about it.
Anything for you, Naruhodo.
I'll be sure to remember that one.
Let's see if I can do the voice. Hello!
It's like you do it for real! There's a gas lamp, right? It's connected to the pipes on the wall.
The lights on the stove all use gas. One might even call London a city of gas.
Now that I think of it, doesn't Mr. Garadeb have a large fireplace in his room upstairs?
Oh, you're right. He doesn't have a gas stove.
I like fireplaces more than gas appliances. It's fun to watch the flames dance. How about this, what is this box here exactly?
I don't know.
There's a somewhat oversized meter mounted on the wall.
Let's see. This must be a gas meter. It says here that you can buy gas with coins in this area.
Coins? Oh, that explains this small coin-shaped hole in the meter. So if you put a coin in here...
Right. You'll get enough gas to use a gas lamp and stove for around 2 hours.
Not even anyone poor and penniless shivering throughout the night in their sleep. In their sleep.
Even the rich will shiver through the night if they forget to keep some change on hand.
We should count ourselves lucky in that we don't have a gas meter in our rooms, huh? Alright, we'll look at the dead body later. Dead body. Alright, these evil windows.
Why are you so sure that he's not dead?
I don't know. It's just... This is the first time that we've had a dead body that is
a 3D model that's sitting there.
You've got a point.
That's not a part of the actual thing. It's like it's a model.
Yeah.
It seems a little off, but
As we've noted in the past, these windows are filled in with bricks. This must be because of the window tax they used to have.
apparently the British Empire levied a window tax long ago. Your taxes increased depending on how many windows you had. It sounds a bit drastic.
I was thinking of like, what did the trial with his wife happen yet?
Yes, this is right after that. This is literally the next day.
Oh, that's right, because that was what happened. All right,
Yeah.
So it's been a bit. The poor would block out their windows like this to avoid being forced to pay high taxes. Can you imagine? Oh?
Oh, that was me saying that apparently.
Oh.
Whoops. That's the matter, Susa. What's the matter, Susa?
I read your thoughts. The bricks in the window here are loose.
Looks like someone forced them apart so they could be removed. Wonder if Mr. Pretency did this? Pretency, whatever it's supposed to be.
Oh, Naruhodo, take a look at this! There are these strange lumps through the gap. They're just outside the window.
Outside?
It's soap. What's
But-
more soap doing there?
Can we look at that again now that we've done that?
Ugh, it's so cold outside.
Well, it did snow all night, but there's some white snow-covered lumps in this gap.
This is soap, isn't it?
Soap? That's a bizarre thing to leave on your windowsill.
I agree. It's for the soap fairy. There are two of them at that. They're sitting together like old friends.
Why is there soap in the gap in his window?
Old friends!
Something seems off to me. Let's take one with us. There's another one here anyway, so I don't want to miss it.
I don't know about that. Wait, there's something strange about this bar of soap.
Huh?
Look at the center of it. The color is different. It's kind of a translucent red.
This must be fancy soap. Only in the Great British Empire would you find this.
It looks like the Japanese flag. Isn't that cute? This might be really upper class soap.
I'm surprised the phrase upper class even crossed your mind in a place like
Upper
this.
class soap.
We have soap as evidence. What the hell is this case?
I don't know, but I like it.
King suit. These stage costumes are dazzlingly gaudy. They stand out quite a bit.
Gaudy?
Gaudy. Sorry. They stand out quite a bit, especially since this is a scene of a murder.
This costume looks fit for a king. Get it?
A king? I'm actually a little taken by it.
I think dressing up as a daimyo would suit you a little better, though.
Yeah, I guess I would like to try wearing my hair up in a top knot. I am Japanese after all.
You had to grow it out first. I'm sure it would look great, especially since you have a sword with you.
No, I'm not sure it would be wise to walk through London with a sword and a top knot.
You already walk with a sword. Would a top knot be a difference?
Bookcase.
This is a cupboard for storing kitchenware, but I only see a wine glass and a bottle inside. And they're both hideously cracked.
Yeah, anything you pour into them would probably leak straight out.
Rip.
Is something wrong?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking about that prosecutor, the Grim Reaper. Same! I thought of it too! I was gonna say something, but I didn't. I should have.
Prosecutor Van Zeeks?
I was gonna say, does he have a cabinet with just a glass and a wine bottle at his place? Given how many glasses he throws, surely he must have enough to donate a few to this flat.
If you want to try asking him about it, be my guest. I ain't doing it. Oh, I can't look at the hats. Oh, dang. Okay. What about that important? No. What was that? Oh, there's a thing on the ground. What is that?
I don't know. What is this?
It looks like a small scrap torn from an envelope.
Maybe. It must be from when the letter was opened.
Is that important?
It just bothers me, as far as I can see. There are otherwise no envelopes or letters to be seen.
Oh, she's right.
So why is this torn piece of envelope here? Don't you find that a little odd?
Yeah, agreed. Let's take it with us just in case. That's also going to be important,
Oh
apparently.
boy.
Huh. All right. Now then, you. Yeah, I'm gonna poke you. Wake up. Do some. Come
I
on.
can't bear to look at this poor man's body.
Do some.
Imagine the pain he must have felt as he slowly succumbed to the poison.
All we can do is pray for his happiness in the next world.
I suppose you're right, but Do you think our Japanese prayers will help him? He is British, after all.
Huh?
Prepared a little something just for situations like this. Praying for the deceased for dummies, British edition.
You what?
Please wait a moment. I'll start reading it now.
You don't intend to stay here until you finish reading that huge thing, right?
Oh my god.
Good lord. Okay, I guess that's all we're gonna get from here. Never mind. Well, I guess we're just gonna leave this body here with the police have left. He's just sitting here.
Yep.
Is on his own. Briar Road. Oh boy, let's go to Mr. Garadeb's flat.
We go back, it's gonna be gone.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, Landlord of this flat, Mr. John Garadeb, lives on the second floor.
He was the one who had the door kicked down and stumbled upon the crime scene. Hey, buddy.
Oh, it's you two.
Why?
Good morning, Mr. Garadeb.
I must thank you for your work at yesterday's trial.
Landlord, Mr. Garadeb. Well, that certainly happened at yesterday's trial.
Yeah.
I came straight home afterwards, but I never would have imagined that yet another incident would pop up the very next morning.
Why? Mr. Garadeb, would you mind answering more questions for us today?
Like what? Where's my wife? In jail because of you? I mean, yes, you want to hear about that? Wash that back, all right.
Seems both he and the inspector are in agreement about Mr. Pretency's status. Hey, buddy. How you doing? At least your place is still burnt up. At least that's not changing. Okay. It's a main partition screen. I bet the claw marks from the incident are still there.
Goodness gracious me. It'll be long before that mess gets cleared up without a maid, I tell you.
You mean your wife?
What happened was truly awful.
People do talk about fake playing jokes on them. But for a joke, this is very funny. Do you see me laughing?
No, but I bet Fate is.
Damn.
Oh boy. Okay, let's talk for a little bit. How's this morning's ruckus? I hear you were the first to find him, sir. This morning must have been rough for you.
That washed-up actor always wakes up at 5 a.m. on the dot.
Oh.
This morning, the heater in his room still wasn't turned on by half 5. So I went to knock on his door, but there was no answer.
That's when you kicked the door down and stumbled upon the crime scene?
Well, more specifically, I got that pale Jap chap to kick it down.
Oh, God.
I can't believe he kicked his door down. What if he just overslept a little?
That's what I was thinking. If that were a common reaction, I would be kicking down Naruhodo's door every morning.
Better to be proactive than reactive, I say.
Oh, did Mr. Garadeb just look away from us?
Unfortunately, your actions turned out to be reactive anyway.
So the victim's name was Mr. Pretency, right?
Are we pronouncing that right?
It's either Pretency or Pretency. I've said it both ways.
What about Pretency?
Yes, William Pretency. William Pretzel. He's been living on the ground floor for 3 months now.
What kind of person is this Mr. Pretzel? No.
In a word, Papa would best describe him.
Popper?
Well, that's a given. The only reason people rent my rooms is because they're dirt cheap. Only papas and loons would want to live in a dump like this.
SOUSEKI does sound like the latter.
A loon! Naruhodo, mind your manners.
That one, it seems he was just conducting some kind of research.
Kind of research.
Soap research?
Oh, Shakespeare. That's what it was. I read some of his work during the long winter nights, Romeo and Juliet. That's what it was.
William Shakespeare is the most renowned classical playwright in all of Britain. He's well loved even in Japan, where his works have been adapted under the name of Sao.
Sao? That's not anything to change from Shakespeare.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, though. His room was filled with stage costumes.
That reminds me, SOUSEKI was studying English literature, wasn't he? His interests must align well with Mr. Pretzels.
Aye, that's what we're going with now, oh dear.
We'll just go Mr. P.
Yeah, I hope this was an attempted murder after a Shakespeare debate gone violent.
Don't worry, everyone. We won't. That's not what he's gonna be for the rest of this case.
No.
We promise. It's just a bit.
We're just being dorks.
Yes. Naruhodo, how many times I did tell you to mind your manners?
17.
She's really like a mom to him.
Yeah. Okay. I had an idea.
Yes.
Because of the reaction that he had just now when we were asking him about why he kicked down the door and he got all sweaty. Do you think this was like a ruse to try and get SOUSEKI to leave the apartment?
What do you mean?
Do you think that he like told the actor, hey, can you play dead and scare SOUSEKI off out of my apartment so I can get someone new in there after all the drama that happened? Because he probably blames SOUSEKI and I for the fact that his wife is in jail right now serving some time.
I don't know.
Because apparently, I mean, he must be in on it because like they kind of said and he got sweaty about it, why would you kick down the door just willy-nilly like that very quickly without any kind of like trying to check on him in some form or fashion? Anyways, yesterday's trial. You came straight home after Seki's trial, didn't you? Has anything seemed out of place between then and now?
My wife's missing. Let me think. I got back home at around 6 last night. Snow was falling and it was pitch black outside. The washed up actor wasn't in his flat.
Assuming he knows because the lights weren't turned on.
I was devoid of all motivation, so I spaced out in front of the fireplace.
Oh.
I believe he returned at around 8. He was definitely alive until at least 1 in the morning. I assume he was poisoned after that. I was asleep at the time, though, so I can't be sure.
Thank you very much for your cooperation. What's wrong, Susudo?
Nothing. I just thought what he said was rather strange. Mr. Garrett, you were in this room all night, weren't you?
As you can see, my leg is in the best state. It's a struggle to go downstairs.
Then, how did you know his movement so precisely? For example, you knew when he returned. You also knew he was alive at 1 a.m.
Oh, yeah. You can't hear sounds from the ground floor all the way up here, right? Is this landlord actually peeping John?
Peeping John.
Don't be so rude.
Because his
I'm a
name's
proud
John.
war veteran. I have no reason to peep on my worthless tenants.
Wow, okay. Then how did you know?
It's the gas. The gas lets me know.
The gas does?
Does it talk to you? Are you alright? Is there too much gas around?
He's sniffing a little too much of that natural gas, and you know it's a bad thing, right? Can you tell us more, Mr. Garrett? How can you tell what your tenants are doing based on the gas?
I presume you know the gas is distributed through pipes?
Yes, I thought it might be something like that.
In other words, all rooms in the building are connected by a single gas pipe. The gas company then sends the gas through that pipe.
Well, I get that part.
Now say I lit the gas lamps in this room. What would happen?
The room would be lit up, right?
Oh my god.
Exactly. But as a result, any lamps on the other floor momentarily dim.
Oh.
Whoa, did they really?
When one lights a lamp, it consumes a large amount of gas for a short moment. So naturally, the amount of gas running through the pipe itself would decrease for a time. And that's why the others dim. At least I'd surmise that is the case.
I get it's because the pipes are connected.
But should that really have such a noticeable effect?
The gas companies around here don't provide the best equipment. The amount of gas passing through the pipes is paltry at best. On the other hand, if I turned my lamp off, the other room's lamps would brighten.
Oh, so basically, you can tell how much gas other rooms are using by the flickering of your lamp.
Huh.
Precisely.
When a tenant returns to his room or goes to sleep, there's one thing he always does. He turns his gas appliances on or off.
Oh.
Every floor's gas usage is ever so slightly different. If you pay enough attention, you can start to paint a picture of how each tenant lives.
Oh, I feel like I've just learned something incredibly useful.
Good for you.
Wow.
None of this is very useful for our defense. More importantly, though, why does Garrett care so much about their routines? Must be something else behind this. He wants Souseki kicked out so he stops using the gas and he can have a brighter room. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and check out Briar Road. Let's go walk outside. How's everything looking out here?
Cold. That's how it's looking.
Yeah, it's cold. Burr.
Burr.
Well, I can look at things.
London go burr.
Here's the Gyarados residence, where Souseki's flat is located. Unable to withstand the ceaseless march of time, it continues to grow more dilapidated.
Looks like it would collapse if even the tiniest earthquake happened to strike.
I think I also recall something about this place being haunted by ghosts. I think I understand why Souseki is hunched over all the time. The messed up bike is still here.
There's a bicycle in front of the Gyarados home. It seems like bicycles are popular here in the British Empire.
And the front wheel looks all smushed. Hey, maybe it's designed that way as some sort of extra challenge for the rider.
No. That would just be an unnecessary hindrance. With a front wheel that's smushed, the rider would find himself smushed before long.
What if Souseki was the one who was using this thing?
That makes sense. He doesn't seem like he'd be very good at this kind of thing.
Poor guy.
Oh.
Well, there's the windows. Can I look at the window with the soap on it? Save for the landlord's quarters on the second
Can you
floor.
imagine Sherlock with a bicycle?
No, God.
He does not need to move that fast.
All the windows
on
are
his
filled in
own.
with bricks.
The world would be in danger.
Yeah.
This must be a relic of the old window tax that had been set in place long ago. Those of lower income would barricade their windows in an attempt to evade the tax.
But the window tax is appealed, so can't they put the windows back?
I'd say most people who live around here don't have the funds for such renovations.
It's a shame.
True, you'd have to get like a whole window frame put in and all that.
Yeah.
And thanks to that, Souseki found himself stuck in a little flat with no sunlight.
I suppose that might be considered the tax you pay for living in such a cheap place.
My, the world continues to find ways to suck pennies away from the penniless.
Yeah, I think you can see the soap there a little bit on the window right from here.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a little smidge. I know your eyes are a little rough, but like right above where the
Oh yeah, I
where
see.
the pole is, there's a little green spot there on the windowsill.
Why?
I mean, I guess that's gonna be relevant to the case. Hey, fancy stuff. As usual, the London townscape is enveloped by fog under the cloudy gray sky. Through the fog, I can just barely make out the Crystal Tower, which is still under construction.
Oh yeah, far away.
Yeah.
The Crystal Tower is to be the centerpiece of the World's Fair, opening half a year from now.
A World's Fair. That really has been the talk of the town lately.
The world's most cutting-edge science, art, and technology amassed in one huge exhibition. Oh, I'm so excited, I can hardly bear to wait any longer.
Yeah, but will they even let a couple of Asian exchange students like us enter?
In London, the fair has seen attendance to the tune of over 6 million in previous years. This year, they're pulling out all the stops in an effort to show up their rival, Paris.
Whoa, that's really cool. Well, that many people, I bet we could just slip into the crowd where the guards can't see us.
Or we could just buy tickets and enter through the main gate like normal people.
Ah. All right. Anything over here? The Daily News. Okay, that's not important. Snowman. Hello. Why is a snow Daruma put up on a pedestal?
Snow Daruma. That's no pedestal. It's actually a 3-tiered snowman.
Huh? So it's not a Daruma?
In Europe, they call these snowmen. It's common to build them in 3 layers.
This is bizarre. So these snowman things have 3 heads for a body, I guess?
No. Well, when you put it that way, begs a difficult question. Does this imply that a Daruma doll has 2 heads for a body?
I think I'll just leave this one alone.
Confused Japanese noises.
Yeah. All right, I guess that's all we got here. All right, good to see you too, Briar. We're gonna go to the jail and go visit our friend. Who he might as well lives in the jail now instead of
the
department.
cultural differences are insane. They're just looking at the snowman like, what the fuck are you?
Yeah. Oh, he's not. I was expecting that. Okay.
He's probably not here yet. I mean, they just left.
So should I go to Viridian's hospital room?
Why would we go there?
Huh. Holmes' flat. Is there something that I'm missing? There must be something that I'm missing. Oh, well, apparently we're missing the home. All right, let's go home. Holmes! Is someone here? Hello?
Oh my god, when
he's not
Sherlock
here.
when Sherlock gets back from like investigating, does he go,
Oh, hello.
Iris, I'm Holmes?
Oh my god. I get it. That's not allowed. Hi, Iris. We're gonna talk. I'm gonna interrupt your
Hey,
writing.
judging by his soap pun, he probably would.
Yeah. Hey, Iris.
She's typing.
She's really concentrating on something.
Iris is going through pages at an astounding rate.
Maybe you should try making some of this herbal tea.
I recommend the third blend from the right.
What? Iris? Yeah, she's gonna be a real star someday. Oh, okay. Well, should I look at these papers? Oh, I missed them. There. They were there, and then I guess it's just the machine. Oh, okay. Never mind. All right, so we don't need to be here. It doesn't look like she's just here doing her thing.
Okay.
Did we miss something at the flat? I thought I touched everything. Let me just make sure that I have touched everything, because we got that. Is that candle important? Nope, that's all
Nope.
good. I got the lamp, and then nothing there. We touched the body. Yep, that's check. Anything special over here that I need to look for? Nope.
Nope.
Is that floorboard loose or something? Nope. I got the little envelope thing. I got that.
Got everything.
Okay. I guess I'll just go ahead and examine Garadeb's flat more and see if there's anything that stands out that can maybe be evidence, I guess. Because we've talked to you about everything that we have, so maybe I can find something to present to you.
Or
let's,
look at the stuff.
Yeah, I'll look at the little thing here. There's an apron hanging on this cannon-shaped washing line.
It's not a washing line. It's a real cannon. We've seen it before.
I know, I was just trying to be funny. By the way, how do you get a cannon upstairs?
A cannon is a war hero. That thing has spent countless years out on the battlefield. It's seeing out its final years in quiet retirement with this old veteran. Thought I might need him to come out of retirement should anyone come to attack me.
I wonder if he's really expecting that to happen. How about these books? We like these books? We got books.
This is the Strand magazine. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. All of London is clamoring for his stories.
I've never quite been able to believe that such an unnatural detective like him really exists.
Have you seen him?
Then I met the man himself. He wasn't just unnatural, he was supernatural. In fact, I'd say it was even hazardous to human health.
Oh my god.
Seriously, though, maybe we should have Iris put Mr. Holmes' victims' thoughts in the novels, too.
I don't care what he thinks. Nobody wants to read opinions like that.
It's thanks to loyal fans like Sousa that Mr. Holmes will go on with more fame than fortune. All right, how about your little war hero outfit up there? How's
Loyal
it doing?
fans like me, too. This is Mr. Garadeb's military uniform.
Indeed, this was my parade uniform. When I retired, I hung it up there. It's been on display ever since. Take it if you want. It doesn't hold much value to me.
Reminds me a little bit of what Prosecutor Van Zeeks wears. If you wear something as showy as this, he'll be no match for you, Naruto.
I think you've just managed to insult everybody in this room as well as a certain somebody else.
Jesus Christ.
How about all this stuff up here? How's it doing?
I mean,
Mr.
she's
Garrett-
not wrong. Look at it.
Yeah?
It's got like the shoulder pads and everything.
Yeah. Mr. Garrett's metal takes pride of place above the mantelpiece.
Bro,
There
are
we
you
go.
okay?
None of it made sense to me, so I'm good now.
It says "Good job" medal on it.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I bet even I could earn that medal.
You may not know by looking at me now, but I used to be quite the reckless young chap.
Reckless? Do you have any good stories?
You said that way more condescending than you should have. Like, oh, do you have any good stories? Do you have any good stories?
Oh, let me tell you. Well, I'm not like that anymore. Just forget about it.
Sure, tell me just one wouldn't have hurt.
You can't just talk about yourself and then not talk about yourself.
Fireplace? No. Picture. This is a painting of Mr. Garrett in uniform. He looks rather gallant.
Yes, this was painted by a former tenant who happened to be an honest student.
You've come out so youthful, brave, and strong.
He just showed up with it one day and asked me to forgive him in his rent that month.
Oh.
So did you end up charging him rent?
I made him pay double. Of course I did.
Oof. Oh?
Painting is a painting and rent is rent. You can't exchange one for the other.
I mean, he's got a point.
In that case, I think it's a little cheeky that he hung it up in plain view.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And then the window that caused it all.
Yeah.
And we're going to look at that window next time.
With no home standing there, unfortunately.
The window, and then the candle that caused it all, and then the shelves that caused it all. The chaos of the
Where
corner
did he
all
even
happened
go?
over here.
Did he go with the police to turn Souseki in, I guess?
He went somewhere afterwards. I'm not quite sure, to
Because
be
he's
quite
the one that
honest.
arrested him first, but in the
Yeah.
other case, he's like, oh, I want to arrest him again.
Yeah, I'm not sure.